Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I am out here in the back garden and I just finished mowing the lawn, thus the red face. It's actually supposed to be close to 70 degrees today, if not a little bit over. I haven't exactly looked at the weather forecast for today, but it's already pretty warm. I mean, it is the afternoon now, but anyway, I am going to start cleaning up the garden today. There's cosmos behind you that have been knocked over, so I'm going to try and save what blooms I can and kind of weed through and get rid of some branches that have broken or are over, and then see what I can like prop up for the rest of the season. I'm going to take the squashes out, and I'm also going to be taking the beans and the tomatoes out today. It's a really sad day. It's like my least favorite day in the garden, taking out the tomatoes, because it's like well and truly the end of the season. There's still a few on the plants that have ripened, so I think I'm going to taste test them, and then if they taste good still, I'll get the ones that I can, the ones that have not cracked, but then the rest of them are going to get taken out. And I'm trying something new this year. We really need to redo our raised beds over there. A lot of the wood is starting to rot and it just is not a good situation. But I really want to like cultivate soil and the soil health. So I'm not going to rip out the full tomato plant like I have in years past. I'm going to clip at the bottom and leave the root ball in the soil so that when it decomposes, it'll feed the organisms in the soil, and hopefully we'll have healthier soil come spring. It's also like, I don't usually put anything on top of the soil, but I was watching a video yesterday from Roots and Refuge, and she was talking about soil that, what was she talking about? Like hydrophobic soil and how that can happen if you leave the soil uncovered for the winter. But we're in the Pacific Northwest and we actually get quite a bit of rain during the late fall and winter, so I don't know, I might try and get some, like, rake some leaves from the front yard, like I did for the bed over here, the raised bed over here that I'm trying to cultivate life in, and just kind of put some leaves over the beds. I still have carrots that I'm going to be leaving in there. There's still some zinnias. There's some parsley that I want to keep because it's thriving. But everything else is going to be taken out today. So, and I thought that it would be fun to bring you along while we put our garden to bed for the winter. So we're going to start with this tomato in the barrel, the wine barrel. It's not looking too healthy, so I'm just going to take the whole thing out. I'm not going to save any of the tomatoes on it. These beautiful marigolds are going to stay, and then I think I'm also going to harvest what's left of the basil in this pot, and then this one will be done. So this is a seed head from the marigold, and it's really easy to harvest the seeds from these so you can have beautiful marigolds next year too. You just take it once it's all dried out, and then you can just lift the leaves or the seeds out. I've saved a ton from the years past, so I'm not trying not to save so many this year, but it's that easy and you'll never have to buy marigold seeds ever again. Okay, so here's what we're working with. This guy has completely toppled over, and there's a bunch of tomatoes in here that have fallen, so I want to make sure that I'm removing as many as I can to prevent lots of volunteers next year. I'm going to cut the beans down and I'm just gonna remove the rest of these peppers because it's supposed to get cold next week, like colder next week, so they're not going to do anything more. But I'll leave the marigolds in there and these ones on the edge. Leave the nasturtium here. But get this cleaned up, and then over here I'm going to leave these zinnias. They look like they're doing great. I've got radishes growing, and then I'm going to get rid of the basil plants here, get rid of these tomatoes, and just give this bed a nice clean. As you can see over here, the carrots are still going strong, and we've got a ton of little radishes right over here. I'm also going to rip out these zucchini plants that didn't do anything tragically. But yeah, it's pretty messy, but hopefully I don't think this job will take too long. I think the biggest job will be getting the tomatoes out. So here we go. Alright, so the last part of today, I'm going to tackle this area. I'm going to try and clean this up, get my cosmos unslumped over. Take out this pepper plant here. And take out the echinacea, do some deadheading, clean the area up. And then I think I'm also going to clean this area. I'm going to take the clematis out. Cut down the lily stems, try and get this clematis out, and just get this cleaned up for the fall. Alright, so here is what we've done today. I took out all the tomatoes and the beans. I took the trellis down to just put it away for the winter. And then I took the tomatoes out over here. I trimmed my mint, relieving the beautiful, bountiful parsley, because that'll be useful in the coming months for cooking. And we removed the 2 zucchini plants and then left the beautiful zinnias that will hopefully keep blooming for another month, but we'll see whenever we get our first frost. And then over here we've taken out all the squash, we've trimmed some of the cosmos, and then we've taken the tomato and basil out of the wine barrel over there. And then just did a little bit of cleanup over here. Trimmed some of the cosmos. We're still looking so gorgeous. And then took out the pepper. Cleaned up the garlic chives for them to be able to come up next year. And yeah. Added some supports to some of the cosmos and trimmed off some of the branches that were keeping them knocked over, and everything's looking pretty good. I didn't get over here today, but that can be done some other time. But things are looking very good. Look at the beautiful fall colors. Alright, so that's going to be it for me today. I hope that you enjoyed this video and enjoyed me taking you around the backyard, getting everything ready and prepped for late fall, winter. And yeah, gardening content. I don't really do fall garden. I planted some radishes and whatnot, but I don't know what's going to happen in the garden over winter because we really need to redo it. The wood is rotting over there and whatnot, so I'm going to leave it for now and see what happens. But hopefully over the next few months I'll be sharing some more indoor activities and definitely garden planning. I started to plan a little bit. I really want to plant my own pumpkins and see if I can cultivate my own decorations for next year. So that's on the way. But definitely more holiday DIY stuff and decorating. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up as it really supports my channel. And if you haven't already, please subscribe so that you don't miss any of the fun that is coming up in the late fall, winter season. And definitely garden planning. So yeah, I hope that you're having a great day, and I will see you very soon.